Now I am going to explain about the derivation of the formula to find the volume of sphere. So as we know that the volume of sphere is sphere is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. So before going to this depth, now let us know about what do you mean by volume and what do you mean by sphere. So before these two words, again let us discuss some things related to this. So as we know that in our surroundings we observe so many types of shapes that we can observe in our day-to-day life. So the shapes are divided into as you know that 2D figures and 3D figures. Figures having only length and breadth are said to be 2D figures, and 2D figures are also called as plane figures. And 3D figures means along with length and breadth there is one more dimension, that is nothing but length. So if a figure has length, breadth and height, then it is said to be 3D figure, or also called as solid figures. So let us see some plane figures and solid figures. So see here it is a paper. So can you say what type of figure it is? Is it a 2D figure or 3D figure? So absolutely it is 2D figure. Why? Because see this is length and this is breadth. There is no height here. There is no third dimension for this. That means it is 2D figure only. Suppose if you take one more figure, so let us take this one here. See here this is length, and now this is breadth, and this is height. That means along with length and breadth there is one more dimension, that is nothing but height. So now this is it has 3 dimensions, that's why it is called solid figures. So there are so many solid figures that we can observe in our day-to-day life. So here see, is it a solid figure or 2D figure? So observe it is 3D figure. So why? Because here see, this we can consider as length and this we can consider as breadth, and whereas this is considered as height. That means here this also has 3 dimensions, that's why it is called a solid figure or 3D figure, and it has a special name, that is nothing but cylinder, of course. So now here one more thing here it is, see this also it has, this is length and this is breadth and this is height. So this is also called as solid figure or 3D figure, and it has special name and it is nothing but cone. So coming to this our topic, just observe this here. Now this is a sphere. Before going to this sphere, so what about this sphere? Just this is a bangle. What is the difference between these two? So what type of figure, what type of this bangle it is, what shape of what type of figure it is? So it is 2D figure. Why it is 2D figure? See here, see this we can take it as length, and this here it is take it as breadth. There is no height here it is. But whereas here for a along with length, breadth, there is an height for a sphere. So if you draw very clearly on the board, we will come to know what is the difference between circle and sphere. See here, just observe here. So circle is nothing but set of points. These are all the set of points which are equidistant from a fixed point. As you know that this fixed point is called, so now the set of points which are equidistant from the fixed point is called circle. This is nothing but circle. So here this is the center of the circle. The fixed point is called center of the circle, and the distance between the center and any point on the circle is that we call it as radius of the circle, that we represent it as r. And if you draw the 3D figure, that is sphere, so generally we are inconvenient in drawing 3D figure on plane surface. Of course we can draw somewhat. So now see here, so this is the vertical front face of the sphere. This one I have drawn. And now see, the back side we can draw vertical back face. That means here see that back face I am drawing with dotted lines. And now see here, now I am drawing the horizontal front face. Horizontal front face. This one. And in the same way, horizontal back face it is. See, just I am drawing with dotted lines again. Now, then where is the center? So center is exactly in the space inside the sphere. So this is the center of the sphere. Now see the distance between the center and any point of the sphere. So now this is the distance between the center and back surface, and this is the distance between the center and the right side, and this is left side, and this is down, and this is top. So these are all are at the equal distance. They are of equal length, and this is the center of the sphere. And what are all these? These are nothing but radii. These are all nothing but radii. That's what the dimensions of the sphere depends on the radius. That means the shape or size of the sphere depends on the radius. These are the basic things that we should know. And then we need to know one more word. What do you mean by volume? See, as we know that 2D figure, generally in the previous classes, in the lower sections, for 2D figures, we find out the areas and perimeters only. We have learned the concepts of areas and perimeters. There is no concept like volume. Why there is no concept like volume in 2D figures? Because see, suppose if I take 3D figure, suppose if I want to pour water on this 2D figure, will it holds? If I try to pour water on it, will it holds? It may not be, because it comes out of the paper, because there is no third dimension. But whereas if you keep pour water into this 3D figure, it holds some water. So the amount of water that holds, that is nothing but capacity of this box. That means the space occupied by this solid body, is nothing but a volume. Is nothing but a volume. Suppose if you want to find the volume of sphere, means what? The space occupied by this sphere. The space occupied by this sphere is nothing but volume of the sphere. So now let us come to know. So as we know that volume of sphere is nothing but 4/3 pi r cube. So how we will get that one? Let us see that one. Now see here. For that I am taking. So what is it actually? It is watermelon, as you know very well. So see, if I want mostly it is in the shape of a sphere. So not exactly, of course. So just assume it as a sphere. So if I want to find the volume of this watermelon or volume of this sphere, so what I am doing here, it is I am cutting this watermelon into some pieces. So like see here, what I am doing here, it is now I am taking one piece here from this now. See, so I am cutting like this. So you will get one piece from it. See, you will get one piece here. It is. What type of piece it is? Just you can observe now here. See here. Just observe this clay. Now see here. If you observe very clearly, now here the base is a triangle. This is the triangle. And now see, can you say what type of figure it is? Is it a 2D figure or 3D figure? So absolutely it is 3D figure. Why? Because see, if you take this is length, and this is like breadth, and this is one more dimensions, height. So it has 3 dimensions. So we can say it as 3D figure. And now what is the name of this figure? It is not nothing but see here. So this is a solid figure having a base. That means triangular base at one end, vertex at the other end. What about lateral surfaces? See here, it is a triangle. See here, it is a triangle. That means lateral surfaces are the triangles. So solid figure having polygonal base, means here the base is either triangle or square or pentagon, whatever it may be the base. That means solid figure having polygonal base at one end and vertex at the other end, and lateral surfaces as the triangles. So such type of solid figure is called pyramid. What do you call? Pyramid. That means see now I am dividing this. If I cut this watermelon, that means if I cut this sphere into number of pieces like this, if I have taken one piece like this, suppose if I try to take one more piece, see, just I am trying to take one more piece. It is also like a pyramid, but the base is here, it is square. So this is called as square pyramid. what just now before what we have taken, that is nothing but a triangular pyramid, square pyramid. If the base is pentagon, pentagonal pyramid. Like this, if I cut this total watermelon into number of pieces, the volume of this watermelon is equal to sum of volumes of the figures what I am going to cut. Isn't it? Isn't it? Just keep it in mind that. Now let us get onto this board once. Board very clearly about how to get that one. See, I'm going to find the volume of sphere. That means volume of watermelon. Volume of watermelon is nothing but volume of sphere. So volume of sphere is equal to, see, volume of sphere means volume of watermelon is converted into number of pyramids. That means volume of sum of volume of number of pyramids. That means here see here sum of volume of number of pyramids. That means the sphere is pyramids. That means here the total sphere is converted into number of pyramids. Number of pyramids. If you want to find the volume of sphere, then we need to find if you find the volume of sum of volumes of all pyramids. So here see, let us take volume of one pyramid. Volume of one pyramid, like just now we have taken of this pyramid. So volume formula, actually what is the volume of pyramid formula? So that is nothing but 1/3 into area of base into height. This is the formula to find the volume of pyramid. But here that sphere is converted into number of pyramids. So here we need to take volume of each pyramid. Suppose if you take the volume of this pyramid, so now 1/3 into, let us take the base, area of the base. So area of the base, whatever it may be, here the triangle. So we can able to find the area of this triangle. So let us take the area of this one is A1, and height. Here height of this pyramid is nothing but see, height of this pyramid is nothing but that is nothing but radius. That is height, or keep it as height. So this is the volume of first pyramid. So there are so many pyramids. The sphere, the watermelon is converted into number of pyramids. Just I have shown you the volume of this triangular pyramid. If you take another one, volume of another pyramid. So again 1/3 into, again so area of the base of that particular pyramid, that is A2, and there the height doesn't differs from pyramid to pyramid. Only the base is differs. That's why here the base is a triangle. That's why area of the triangle is area of the base, that is A1. Here the base is like a square, so area differs here. That's why here A1 and A2, like that. How many pyramids that is converted? So we need to find the volume of each pyramid like this. Just keep on putting like this, 1/3 A1 into H plus 1/3 A2 into H. So if you find the other one, 1/3 into A3 into H, and so on. Suppose if the total watermelon is divided into 100 pieces, you should write the volume of 100 pyramids. So after doing all this, see here you can observe on a common thing in all these three, on all the terms. Here 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 is common in all the things. And what is common here? It is H. Height is same for all the pyramids. So now let us take 1/3 into H, that we take now common. Now what else left here? Here this is A1, A2, A3. So how many are there? We can take those many and just we can keep it in bracket. So if you observe very carefully, here A1 is the area of this base. A2 means area of the base of the another pyramid. A3 means area of the base of one more pyramid. So those are all nothing but here. Again, when I keep all this, now you see this is triangle, square. So different polygons, everything. So all these bases are nothing but again surface area of this sphere. That means here A1, A2, A3, sum of areas of bases of all pyramids includes this total surface area of the sphere. So as we know that total surface area of the sphere is nothing but total surface area of the sphere is What do you know? What is the formula to find the total surface area of the sphere? That is nothing but 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Now see here, height of the sphere, height of the pyramid is nothing but a radius of the sphere only. Why? Because I have given the clearly see here. Here I have drawn you before. See, if I take one piece like this, so here to here, this height of the pyramid is nothing but radius of the sphere only. That means here we can replace h by r. That means 1 by 3 into r into 4 pi r square. So here r square and r, you will get 1 by 3 into 4 pi r cube. So this is the formula to find the. So that means we can simplify simply 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. So if you know the radius of the sphere, we can able to find the volume of sphere, and this is the formula to find the volume of sphere. That's it. Thank you. So as it take time of COVID-19 time, Corona time, so I request you, all of you, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.